got a time limit here, so let's go over to Henry's topic. Henry, what is your topic?
I wanted to talk about video game movies.
Video game movies. And we're talking about video game movies on YouTube, our YouTube channel, which is BZG.
BZG.
This is Talking Shit, where we bring different topics to the table to talk about. And you can follow us on, we've got Twitch, twitch.tv/BayazonAGamers.
We got Tumblr, we got Twitter.
Tumblr, which should be, I'll put it in the link below. I'll put all of this stuff in the link below. You can follow us at Twitter at
Facebook, if that's still a thing in a year.
We don't have a Facebook right now. But I'll put all the stuff beneath us. There's a bunch of media platforms you can follow us at if you're watching right now. So what is your topic? You said video game movies, correct?
Video game movies, and I want to talk about video game movies and how you can do a video game movie right.
Okay.
And this, I had this idea because...
Okay, so an example of a video game movie that was done right was Need for Speed with Aaron Paul.
Oh my god.
Great
that movie is amazing.
It's a continuation of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Because you see Jesse drive off really fast in the last episode of Breaking Bad. He's driving off to get his Need for Speed.
Exactly.
See, I never saw it, so I don't know if this is a joke or not.
It's a complete joke. It was an awful movie. Never watch it.
I assumed.
So what's an actual example of a good video game movie?
I don't know if we have a perfect example yet, but the one that the most people are yeah, I could kind of get into this one was the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
Because people are just...
Because it wasn't trying to be too serious, you know?
And so, I had this idea for the topic because recently, Scott Cawthorn, or I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
I don't know.
Is the guy who made the Five Nights at Freddy's series.
Oh, I know what you're going.
With Warner Brothers about a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
And I think they've sealed that deal. I think
they have.
Oh, wow.
So there is going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
How do you think they're going to do this? I have no idea.
Are they
going to do the bite of 87, 96?
I'm hoping they're going to go Origin.
They're going to do Origin?
X-Men Origins, Freddy Fazbear.
If you didn't watch our other topic, we got other topics.
There'll be a link X-Men. Right on top of Barrett's head.
No, there won't. There will be a link below us. So
I'm going to add an annotation to put it over.
What do you guys think about the Five Nights at Freddy's games? Do you think it's overhyped?
In a way, I
personally think it's overhyped.
The only one I've ever played was the original.
Okay.
The others, I watched Markiplier's playthroughs.
I'm so sorry for you because Markiplier is annoying. And I know people say YouTubers should support each other. And you know what? I support what Markiplier does. It's what we want to do. But, dude, you got to calm down. You got to calm down with your fake scared acting. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But so you saw those playthroughs?
Yeah, I watched the playthroughs online, and I have actually seen way worse screaming videos of it than Markiplier. At least Markiplier tries to play the game.
Yeah.
So I've watched it, and it's I'm not a horror game person because I get scared super easily.
No, I don't get scared enough. That's why I don't care about it.
So I get super scared, and it gets to the point where can I help you? It's I'm not enjoying it because I get too scared.
Yeah.
So
PT wouldn't be a game for you.
No.
Are you sure you can come out? I have it on my PS4.
I'll buy it for you for $900.
Yeah.
Next episode.
What next episode?
PT.
Oh, are we?
No.
You're not part of this. Get out of here. We would love to have you join.
We haven't even made the choice to do Let's Plays yet.
Yes. We don't even have the technology. I do want to do that at one point.
I have a few games that I want to do Let's Plays.
Yeah, that would be really fun. I want to do indie games. A lot of indie games. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
We don't have the technology for that yet.
We're looking into
it. Because we're sort of looking into it. We just don't have the money, really.
We are poor.
Or really the time.
Please throw money at us.
We're really the time. We're in school right now. Yeah. Over the summer. Yes. We'll try to get into it. And we would love to have Elias back. Maybe even have Elias join our team because he's super fun. And we like Elias. And I want him to stay. Maybe have him free Ricky and bring Ricky back and have the four of us be a thing. We'll talk about that later. Whatever. As the Shimoda watches us with dreamy eyes.
So, as I was saying, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
So I don't play the games. but I am fascinated by the story behind it.
Oh yeah, and that's the coolest thing about it. And like Ricky, who's not here because free Ricky, he said basically the same thing. It's like it's not sort of his sort of, or I could be misquoting him here, Ricky. If I'm misquoting you, you can yell at me. But he does really like the story, and I think the story is really interesting. Because of this whole mysteriousness about it. And I'm sort of scared about how they're going to make the movie work. Because if they over-explain things, it gets less interesting. Because it's sort of like the Force in Star Wars. Going back to Star Wars, it's always going to happen.
No, it's just like it's a thing in your blood.
It's the midichlorians.
Yeah.
Which it used to not be.
The Force is in everyone. Well, actually, according to this, that you should know about as a Jedi. But as I was saying... Five Nights at Freddy's, I find the story really interesting, and I love how it developed from, like, it was this game that, like cost nothing to make.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was, like...
It basically still costs nothing to make.
Yeah, it was very limited. There was barely any movement in it. I think there's, like, 800 frames of animation in the whole game. Yeah. And, like, I think it's interesting how it started like that until, like, the last level of the game where things started expanding and you find out about, like, like, you hear about, well, like, you already know about the Bite of 87, which just kind of adds into it, but you find out about the murders that happened there, and there's Golden Freddy, and that's interesting.
Golden Freddy's so creepy.
He is.
That's the worst part, because we found out, like, how Golden Freddy starts becoming a thing. Like, a bunch of us were at our friend Vinny's house, and we were playing it, and we were trying to figure out how Golden Freddy was a thing, and we realized that
it's
the poster, when it glows...
It changes.
And it changes, and when you go back,
if you go
back immediately, right after you see that poster, he's there. And we all freaked out. It is
terrifying. You just have to get up and switch it. It's fascinating to me. Yeah. And then Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which I've always wanted to do a video on, why I feel like that game didn't work as well, and I might do that in my spare time.
Yeah,
do like kind of a sequelitis thing. It was
more
of
the same.
To me, it was like it's not scary anymore. It's just stressful with everything that's going on. But I'll elaborate on it more when I do a solo.
But Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at
Freddy's
FNAF 3 was actually fucking terrifying.
It is the scariest game I've ever seen,
and I've played it, and it's not. And it wasn't stressful like the second one.
Because there's only one.
Scary, and it was. Sort of.
Because you got Springtrap. Springtrap's scary, especially when you find out what he is.
Yeah.
Which we won't spoil right now.
We won't spoil that if you're really into the story here. But there's some other elements of like scares.
The Phantoms.
Yeah, and the Phantoms. The Phantom Menace.
That was... that movie was the menace.
Elias,
but it's so I love the story behind it, and I really like the character. I like the animatronics, and I find them interesting.
Yeah.
Like Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Balloon
Chica
Boy.
Looking
disturbingly sexy in the second
disturbingly sexy. I remember seeing a post on that on Tumblr where it was Squidward. It's like, oh no, she's hot.
Oh boy. But I'm interested in what they could do with the story, because this was the point I was getting to when I had this idea.
Okay.
What video game movies need to do is find the balance between finding a game with not enough story and finding a game with too much story, and if you want to adapt something on those two levels, you have to find out how it works.
I think it needs sort of that, and also bring me into the universe. I'm going to do a sort of opposite example here of Star Wars. Again, always going back to Star Wars. I'm so sorry.
6 Degrees of Star Wars. That's actually the subtitle to all of our shows. Just know that.
Like the Star Wars video game, like those were originally movies, and they were brought into video games. Most of the really good video games are good because you feel like you're in the Star Wars universe.
Except for Lego Star Wars, which is good because you don't feel part of it at all.
Exactly. And so what they need to do for this movie is have the vibe of Five Nights at Freddy.
More than the actual story.
More than the actual story, and not go too much into it, because if you over-explain things, like a lot of horror stories do, and that's why I get turned off by them. It's like, oh, we gotta get this secret book that explains all of this stuff from 2,000 years ago.
Like, here's how I could see the...
Yeah.
Like, here's how I can see them doing the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. it starts off with
Kevin Bacon.
Exactly.
There's like some like weird.
Yeah, it's an ice cream truck.
Yeah, like an ice cream
We have a
truck.
creepy ice cream truck in our neighborhood, but I never see it.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
always
see
some-
it.
It's so weird.
Yeah, since it's
Hashtag Five Nights at Freddy.
Hashtag free Freddy.
Hashtag free Freddy.
So, like, here's how I can see them doing the movie.
Okay.
It starts out with you can have Mike Schmidt, like they're probably going to have Mike Schmidt as the security guard in the movie.
Okay.
Because he was in the first game.
Okay.
And so it starts out with like him like getting ready for the job, and then like like at the right time, like in the first third of the movie, but not too early.
Yeah.
He starts the night shift.
Yeah.
And it starts out quiet, and he's bored.
So do you?
But then he sees a movement.
So do you think it should the first movie, assuming that they make this in a franchise, which they probably will?
I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's makes so much money.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenon.
So do you think like they're going to do 5 movies and each movie is going to take over one night, or do you think it's going to be like 2 or 3 movies and each of them it goes over 5 nights?
Yeah, that's what I can see happening in a way.
Okay.
Or maybe just like one movie because that's all I'd really want. Like I do want to see it because I do like Five Nights at Freddy's as a story.
Okay.
But so like as I see it, like he sees a movement, he checks he hears something. He hears like a rattling. He checks the cameras, doesn't see anything. Then he goes to the stage room and Bonnie is gone. And then like, but like Bonnie never shows up at the door the first night, and they think he's crazy. Like we don't have the Fazbear Entertainment Company being neglectful like in the games.
Yeah.
They just don't know because they don't believe them because they're not there at night.
Because they're ignorant.
And they know things have happened like the bite of 87.
Don't be ignorant.
Yeah.
They should definitely keep the bite of 87.
Yeah.
But then like over the night, they
Shady
start
stuff,
seeing more,
yeah.
and then you can finally like see them in movement near the end. They should never like have an explanation. I think it'd be interesting if in the last scene has Freddy killing Mike.
That'd be interesting.
And like, and that's when it turns out that they've been hiding all of this stuff. That's the twist. Not where the monsters came from, but why no one has fought them yet.
So final thoughts on video game movies and the Five Nights at Freddy's movie in general.
I think that since video games are becoming more of a thing in today's
media.
It's a form of media. It should be adapted like how you adapt books.
Yeah.
Like you should find what to adapt in it, find what to cut, find what you could add to it.
Find what works in the context
Yes.
of whatever platform you're bringing it to.
Yeah. Yes. Don't make Super Mario Brothers the movie again. Actually, never make anything but that movie again.
Yes.
Never make anything but that movie again.
I don't understand why they just didn't make it into a cartoon. No, yeah, I do, because of the Super Mario Brothers TV show.
Is amazing, especially the one with Yoshi and the Cavemen and Mama Luigi. I've watched every episode of that show.
So it's all about, and I do agree with you that people need to start looking at video games almost as books, because they do expand almost as books, and they're almost told as books, sort of like The Last of Us. The Last of Us is being turned into a movie. Who knows?
Which I can definitely see happening because it's a very cinematic movie, and they're doing the same thing with like there are talks about making a Watch Dogs movie.
God no.
Which probably won't work at all.
Yeah, I hope that if they're doing a Last of Us movie, I hope it's not the same story we got in the Last of Us game, but in the same universe.
That's what I would like to see.
Maybe Ellie a little older or something.
And there are some video games I'd really like to see turn into movies, like
Need for Speed.
Yes, but I kind of want to see what it would be like. I want to see a Studio Ghibli Earthbound movie and a Studio Ghibli Shadow of the Colossus movie. Those would be incredible. Also, live-action Deus Ex movie would be pretty awesome.
No, it wouldn't. Because Deus Ex is way overrated.
Excuse me. I can whisper too.
So thank you. Thank you for that topic, Henry. That was very interesting.
How long did we talk about that for?
What?
How long did we talk about it? Too long?